Greg, as a director, you're sort of something of a, I know you're also a co-executive producer on the show, but you're something of a hired hand and hired gun, and so you kind of zip in and out, maybe go to other shows and such.
No.
I mean, is there, or are you involved
with
here all
House.
the time?
Now I am, yeah. Prior to that, I was, coming.
Independent
Yeah, I
contractor.
did episode 5 of House, which was the Christmas episode, first season, and it was a great experience. And it was before the show had aired, and I was really impressed with. I had a lot of interaction with Katie at the time in terms of the willingness of the producers. I had just come off a run of shows where the producers are often. It's not likable enough. The character's not likable. It's unlikable. So this was great that everybody was pushing that direction. So up until coming in towards the end of last season, I had been doing a lot of different shows, which is something that I had actually quite liked doing in terms of being able to, explore and try different genres and different ideas. But I kept coming back to House is a place that I could do everything. The great thing the show offers is that every script is treated like its own movie, and should be. Directors are encouraged under, especially under Katie, to bring their point of view, deliver something that serves that script, and not just a episode of the show that looks exactly like every other episode and is approached like every other episode. So. I found that nothing else could compete with it.
Katie, you invite points of view?
I love point of view. I get very angry if, and this no longer happens, if you have to create point of view in the editing room, too often. And I think it's actually an old school idea. I think in the Dallas or Dynasty days, it was sort of, you cover every actor in a wide shot, medium shot, close up, and then you're sort of out. But I think the fun is, the audience knows, that there is going to be a medical mystery. They don't know how it's going to be told, and wonderfully original. So if you can bring a different perspective, and that starts at casting and all the way through to music, and I think it's more fun for me. So I think it's more fun for the audience. And I love when directors sort of come up with something I hadn't thought of. I think that's very cool.
How do you stay fresh and motivated through 24 movies essentially a year? I mean, that's just got to be a tremendous workload.
I think the thing is that
it
requires you to go at such a pace that you don't actually stop and think that exact question. Because if I did, I don't know is the answer.
Because you're shooting each one in what, about 8 days?
Yeah, so if you finish episode 7 on a Tuesday, you begin episode 8 on a Wednesday. So for the actors, that's really tricky. Obviously, sort of to get into. We do a table read the day that we're last day of shooting the previous episode, just so that they can sort of hear it, mostly so David can hear it. But we're working in post-production at any given time on at least 3 episodes, and we're prepping an episode, casting an episode, and there are writers and coming up. So it's a machine.
When you dream at night, do you dream in episodes? Is it?
I actually lose.
Or portions of episodes.
I have lost a lot of the medicine. I don't remember a lot of the diagnosis of what they had. I remember the characters, even in the episodes I've directed. I can't remember what the final. What did he have? Wait a minute. Pins in his head or something up his. So it's hard. It's hard to carry all of that, but it's a good thing.
Are you able to swip in lives, actors, along with doing an hour-long drama?
We are much more so than he is. He's hour-long all the time. We're like. House needs you, and then I go off and have lunch somewhere.